Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Banachari Jamuna Tira Banachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Banachari Yamuna Tira Banachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Amasvat Paramahansa Paribhrajagacharya Sattare Srismad Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnavavrinda ki Jai Namacharya Sri Haridas Thakur ki Jai Prem se kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktamani ki Jai Sri Radha Krishna Mok Gopinath Sam Khand Radha Khand Giri Godhan ki Jai Vrindavan Dham ki Jai Navadvip Dham ki Jai Ganga Mai की जाए जमुना माई की जाए गुरु द्वारका धाम की जाए स्वामी तो भक्तबिंद की जाए और ग्लोरी टू जय सिमरन और ग्लोरी टू जय सिमरन थैंक यू वेरी मच ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
The following is a class on the Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, 15th chapter, text number 37, given by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on December 15th, 1973, in Los Angeles.
Yudhishthira, anyone, any experienced man can see how things are going on. One has to possess such perfect eyes. When these things are in progressive way, what is this? Lobha, greediness, anita, falsehood, jivha, jimha means diplomacy, and hingsha, violence or jealousy. When these things will increase, one should know that the influence of Kali Yuga is increasing. Anyone can understand. This world, this material world is so made that these things are very prominent. Greediness, kama, lobha, dayasya, lusty, desires and greediness, kama and lobha. Generally, people are attached to these things. Then diplomacy, how to satisfy my lusty desires, my greediness. But the king was so responsible that now he wanted to retire. There is no other way. As far as possible, he controlled. That is king's business, government business, is to control these things. And citizen must be happy in every way. In Maharaj Yudhishthir's time, there was no excessive heat or cold. Neither there was prominence of disease or pestilence, famine. These things were absent. Because Yudhishthira Maharaj himself was very pious, and he conducted his government in such a way that people were also pious. Jad jad achariti shrestha lokastat anuvartati. If the leaders are perfect, then the citizens will be perfect. If the leaders are rascals, just like in your country, now your president is caught up, you see such an exalted post, he is occupied by a person who is subjected to so many criticisms. Why? The Caesar's wife must be above suspicion. The king or the president, why he should be under suspicion? And if he is under suspicion, then immediately he should resign. Oh, people are now suspecting. But this rascal will not resign. You see. Just see how much our leaders are polluted. He has been charged with so many things. And why he? Everyone he is weak, therefore he has been caught up. That's all. He is not so perfect diplomat. Otherwise, he would have not been caught. So, that must be perfect. Therefore, according to Vedic civilization, at least three persons in the society. The first, the priest or the spiritual master who are engaged in teaching people about religiosity, he must be perfect, above suspicion. Similarly, public leader, he must be also above suspicion. A Brahmana means priest also, he must be above suspicion. And the king must be above suspicion. Then things will go on. But there is no such restriction. Nowadays it is the days of vote. Any rascal, if he gets vote, somehow or other, then he occupies the exalted post. That is also written in the Srimad Bhagavatam. And in the Kali Yuga, there will be no consideration who is fit to occupy the exalted post of presidency or royal throne. Simply somehow or other, by who can prove, he will occupy the seat. Therefore people are suffering. It is not nowadays in democratic days, the government by the people, government for the people. So, if the government is by the people, yes, you select your representative. So, the Bhagavad says, Sabir Varaha Usta Kharoi Samsruta Purusha Pasu. Any man who is not a devotee, Krishna conscious, devotee of God, then he may be in an exalted post, but he is praised by some people who are exactly like Shaw means dog, and Birvaraha means pigs who eat stool. Sabir Varaha, Birvaraha. And Ushtra means camel, and Ushta Kharoi, Khara means ass. Sabir Varaha Ushta Kharoi. If a person who is not a devotee is praised or is exalted, then the praisers, the persons who is praising him, he must be among these animals. Dog, camel, pig and ass. So the whole population is like that, like dog, like camel, like ass and like birbara. Pig, the stool eater, the whole population at the present moment. So he must elect another big animal who is also in this category. Because he has no knowledge. If you take votes from the camels, to whom he will vote? Another big camel? That's all. If you take votes from the dog, then whom he will elect? Another big dog. Therefore, anyone who is not a devotee of God, Krishna, he is either of these animals. And if he is praised, it is to be understood that he is being praised by the similar type of animals. So if we remain Sabir Varahustakhara, then we must elect another big Sabir Varahustakhara. So how there can be good situation of the state? It is not possible. Therefore, the public must be educated so that they may not elect another big dog or big camel or big ass to the exalted post. It is the public's fault. Nowadays it is democratic days, so why should you complain against such and such person or president? You have elected him, and now you find fault with him. So it was your fault that you elected such a rascal, Sabir Varahusta. This is very right conclusion. So why they have been described as dog? Dog means he is very faithful to his master. But if you pass through him without any fault, he'll bark. Go. That is dog's fault. One qualification is that he is very faithful to the master. But to the others, he is inimical always. In your country you have got experience. They have written, beware of dog. And if you pass, you are not entering the house, still unnecessarily the dog will bark. Even if he is on the top of veranda corridor, by seeing another unknown person, he will bark. That is offensive. But that is dog's business. And at the present moment, the dog is happy only when he has got a good master. Otherwise dog is not happy. Still dog. He cannot eat, he has no eating, he has no place. is lean and thin, you have seen. But he has got a good master. He is very stout, fatty, and very expert in barking. So this is dog's qualification. He is very faithful. So at the present moment, people are like that. They are being educated, but technologists or computer expert or this, that, so many. The father spends so much money, he becomes an expert, but if he does not get a good master to employ him, he is useless. He is useless. His technological knowledge will be useless if he does not get a master. So therefore, the modern education system is to create dogs. He will never be happy unless he gets a good master. Actually, we are constitutionally all dogs. But we do not know whom to serve. That is our misunderstanding. Actually, every one of us, servant, that's a fact. But we are missing the point where to engage ourselves in good service. That is Krishna. We have to serve. You cannot avoid this. If you do not serve Krishna, then you will have to serve Maya. That's all. But you have to serve. So in that respect, if we do not know who is the best master, then we will have to serve our senses, our lusty desires. If I do not become servant of Krishna, then I shall become desire to my lusty desires or sex life. I have to become servant. That's a fact. You cannot become master. Therefore, the most intelligent person is he who knows that why shall I serve my lusty desires? Why not serve Krishna? Because I have to serve. This is intelligence. So, then again, Sabir-Varaha. Bir-Varaha means this 2 liter. It has no discrimination. Anyone who is eating anything available is like Bir-Varaha. He has no discrimination. A human being should have discrimination. Eatable, everything is eatable. Stool is also eatable. Does it mean a human being should eat eatable stool? No. It is eatable for the pigs, for the hogs, not for you. Similarly, a human being who does not know what is eatable for him is just like this, Bir-Varaha. Bir-Varaha, hog, who has no discrimination. Everything is out. Eat, everything is out. That is Bir-Varaha. And Ustro means camel. Camel enjoys his own blood. The camel eats thorny twigs. So the tongue is cut and the blood comes out and the blood is mixed up with the thorns and he finds it very tasteful. He is tasting his own blood and is finding very tasteful. Similarly, everyone in this material world, he is enjoying sex life, he is enjoying his own blood, but he is thinking it is very good enjoyment. That is camel's enjoyment. One drop of semina is manufactured by so much blood. So unnecessarily we discharge semina means we are enjoying spending our own blood. But the camel does not know. Similarly, camel like man does not know. Therefore he falls diseased. It is to be used only for purpose of having good children, not for enjoyment. There is false enjoyment. So therefore it has been described camel. And ass. Ass means fool number 1. Because he works very hard he carries the washerman's load of cloth, 2 tons of, but not a single cloth belongs to him. Not a single cloth. And he will agree to carry so big burden. What is the profit? The profit is that the washerman will give a little morsel of grass and he is satisfied. This rascal does not know I can get grass anywhere. Why shall I be employed by this washerman? And another ass's qualification is that when he goes for sexual intercourse, the lady ass kicks on his face. Fat, 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 fat. You have seen it? So these karmis, they are like ass. They will eat 2 breads, pieces of bread, and the lady karmi will kick on his face at the time of sex intercourse, and he is very happy. And for this purpose, he has no time. Sir, I have no time. He is very busy. You go to a karmi office, he will say, oh, I cannot see, I cannot talk, I am very busy. What is the result of your business? I will eat 2 pieces of bread at night and my wife will kick on my face. Just see the ass. Therefore, how Bhagavad has selected the specific animals, how they are suffering. Very instructive. Sabir Barao Stakhar. He forgets his own business, that he has got this human form of life to understand what I am, why I am suffering, what is the remedy, how to become relieved from this problem. He has forgotten that. Simply he is busy earning money. Divacharte hayarajan kutumma haranenava. These karmis, they are thinking that dehapatta kalatradishu athassu api sasanneshu tasya pramatta tasya nidanam passannapi na pasyati. For want of real knowledge, atmagyan, first of all one has to learn actually what he is. Is he this body or something else? That is the beginning. But they do not know. He thinks that I am body, deha. And because from this body I have got relationship with my wife, or she is my great friend, and the children, they are my soldiers, they will protect me. Dehapatra palatradishu atma sainya. He is very safe. I have got good wife, I have got good children, they will save me. Nobody will save you, sir. When death will come, you have to give your own account. If you are going to be next life a dog, not your wife, children, or nation, or community, or anyone will save you. No. Nobody can save you. Thank you very much.
The following is a class on the Srimad Bhagavatam, 1st Canto, 15th Chapter, text number 36, given by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on December 14th, 1973, in Los Angeles.
Translation. When the personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna, left this earthly planet in his self-same form, from that very day, Kali, who had appeared partially before, became fully manifest to create inauspicious conditions for those who are endowed with a poor fund of knowledge.
Here is one word, Jaho. Jaho Satanya Sabaniya Satkatha. So, when Krishna left, he left with the self-same body. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Jada jada hi dharmasya glani bhavati bharata tadatmanam srijamah. Krishna says, Atma Maya. Atma Maya. Maya means potency, energy. So, there are three potencies, there are many potencies. Prasya Shakti Vividhaiva Sriyate. God has unlimited potencies, but learned scholars, saintly persons, they have not rejected potencies, because that cannot be. There are certain philosophers, they are of opinion that God has no potency. But that is not fact. From Vedic information we see potency. What is that? How to understand the potency? The potency you can understand just like from the fire you have got two potencies, heat and light. Nobody can deny it. Similarly, as fire is placed in one place, but it expands its potencies, heat and light. That is within our experience. It is not very difficult. Similarly, the sun also, everyone can see that the sun planet, the big planet, the biggest planet, or star, as somebody says, whatever it may be, it is lying in one corner of the sky. But it expands its potencies throughout the universe. The sunshine is distributed all over the sky, all over the planet system, planetary system. And similarly, heat also. We are feeling 99 million miles away. Is that 99 miles? What is that? Scientists say. 93 million miles away from us, still we are feeling scorching heat. 120 degree, 135 degree. In Middle East the temperature is 135 degree. It is impossible to stay on the surface of the globe. One goes down to the earth. So potency is there. If in material thing like the sun is a material thing, it has got so much potencies. So, how much potencies the Supreme Personality of God has got, that is called inconceivable potency. Achinta, beyond your perception. He has got that potency. So that is the statement of Vedas. Parasya natasya karyam karanancha vidyate natasya sama udikashta drishyate parasya shakti vividhaiva sriyate sabhaviki jnana bala kriyacha. This is description of the absolute truth, the Supreme Person. Because it is said tosya. Tosya means he is a person. Now what kind of person? Like me? Whole day working for money? No. Natasya karyam karananjavid. He has nothing to do. See here. Krishna has nothing to do. Simply is enjoying, playing on flute and enjoying with Radharani. That's all. He hasn't got to go to the office, to the factory. He hasn't got. It's simply to enjoy. Anandamaya abhyasa. And we also imitate that enjoyment. We also want to mix young boys and girls, dance together, but because we imitate Krishna. The same thing is there. With gopis, Krishna is dancing. Here also we are dancing in night club, at this club, that club. But that will not give you satisfaction because it is imitation. If you want real dancing, come to Krishna. That is one. That is Krishna consciousness. That we are trying to take the misled people from illusion to the reality. The Mayavadi philosopher, they see that there is no more any pleasure in this dancing, make it zero. Forget it. No, we don't say that. We say that this dancing is there in the original conception and the absolute truth. That is Vedanta Sutra say, Janmadasya jataha. Whatever you are experiencing, where from it has come? It has come from the absolute. That is the absolute idea. But here, in the relative world, it is pervertedly reflected. And because it is not reality, therefore you are confused, baffled. So our proposition is, come to the reality. That is Krishna consciousness. The same dancing, just like here is the picture, Krishna is dancing in the gopis. We also like anybody of us, in old age, they are dancing with young girls. In Paris, there is club. All going to die, such old men, they are coming in the club, paying $50 as entrance fee. Then they have to pay for young girls and wine. But still they come. They cannot actually enjoy. Bayak gate king jubati nari. When one is old man, what is the use of mixing with young girls? Yes. So, but they like it. They like it. They pay for it. But they do not enjoy. Because if they have enjoyed, they would have been satisfied. But they are not satisfied. Frustrated. So this is the position. This is the position. Just like the heat and light. If you are feeling the heat in the sunshine, but that does not mean the sun is there. You cannot say that. Sun is there and not there. This is called simultaneously inconceivable presence of God everywhere. He is present everywhere. That is explained in the Bhagavad Gita. Maya tatamidam sarvam jagat abbhakta murtina masthani sarvabhutani nahangatesu avastita. Maya tatamidam sarvam. Krishna says, by my impersonal feature, I am spread everywhere. Everywhere. Everywhere is Krishna. Masthani sarvabhutani. Everything is resting on me. This is the fact. Just like in this material world, everything resting on the sunshine. That is scientific. Is it not scientific? The sunshine, the planets, they are rotating on account of this heat and sunshine. Is it not the theory? Yes. So, now what do we mean by everything? Just like this planet. Everything with this planet, the trees, the rivers, the mountains, the cities, the cars, everything within this planet. That is an unit. So this is one planet. And there are millions and trillions of planets. But how they are existing? Existing on the sunshine. So where from the sunshine comes? The sunshine comes from God. Or the sun comes from God. Janmadasya jataha. Everything is born. Everything is emanating from the Absolute. Therefore, indirectly, everything is depending on Krishna's potency. Masthani sarvabhutani. Everything is resting on my potency. Naham tesu avastita. But I am not there. This is the achinta bhedavet tattva. Simultaneously one and different. This is our philosophy. So, our point is that Krishna or God is there and He is working through His potencies. Just like a big man, he is sitting in his parlor. He hasn't got to go. Just like we have seen Mr. Bidla in those who are with me, they have seen. He is sitting in his home, but he has got many potencies. He has got secretaries, clerks, and this and that, so many things. So they are doing all work. He hasn't got to work. A big man means he hasn't got to work personally. He has got so many assistants. Similarly, Krishna, he is the supreme. He hasn't got to work himself. He hasn't got to work. Vrindavanam parityajya na padomipam gacchati. He is always engaged in his playing flute and dancing with the gopis. That's all. Pleasure. Anandamaya bhyasa. That is pleasure. So, his potencies are working. What kind of potency? That is described. I have given the example. Just like the sun is there, and the sunshine is there, and the sunshine is working everything. By the sunshine, the trees are coming out, the leaves are coming out, they are dropping when there is no sunshine. Everything depending on sunshine. That is explained in the Vedic literature. Ekodeshastita shagne josna vistarina jatha parasya brahmana shakti sarvedam akhilam jagat. Parasya brahmana shakti, whatever you are seeing in this cosmic manifestation, they are simply demonstration of the potency of the Lord. Parasya brahmana shakti. So, we take our birth and we accept our death, not independently. We are under the another potency. We are also on potency. The potency, there are prasa shakti vividhaiva sriyate. Those potencies have been divided into three. Multi, but roughly they have been divided into three. One is called internal potency. One is called the external potency. And one is called the marginal potency. So, the external potency means this material world. The whole material universe, so many universes, so many planets, stars, skies and everything. These are the demonstration of the external potency. And similarly, there is the spiritual world. Spiritual world that we cannot see. That is not within our experience, but we get it from the Shastra, in the Bhagavad Gita. It is said, Parastasmatu bhava anna. Krishna says, there is another nature. Parastasmat, this material nature. Beyond that, there is another nature. Parastasmatu bhava anya, bhaktya bhaktya sanatana, that is eternal. This material nature is not eternal. Just like your body, my body, it is not eternal. Similarly, this gigantic body of universe, that is also not eternal. It has a date of creation, and it has a date for dissolution. That is the nature. Therefore it is said that material nature is sanatana. That is never created, neither it is annihilated. So, we marginal. Marginal means actually we belong to the spiritual nature, because we are spirit soul. But we have come in contact with this material nature, somewhere or other. So, therefore, we are seeing our position incompatible. We cannot adjust here. Therefore, we are getting one type of body and enjoying or suffering another type of body, another type of body, another type of body. This is going on. Therefore, we are called marginal. If we like, we can transfer ourselves to the spiritual world and remain eternally because we are of the spiritual nature. That is described in the Bhagavad Gita. Na jayate namriyate va kadachit nitta sasatoyam na hannati hannamani sariri. This is the description of the soul. The soul is never born. Na jayate. Namriyate, neither it dies. Na jayate va amriyate va kadachit, at any time. Not that sometimes we used to live or sometimes we used to die. No. Everlastingly, eternally. We never take our birth, never we die. Then what is this death? This death is of the material body, not of the soul. Therefore it is said, na hannate hannamani sarire, more distinctly, that don't think that the soul is dead after the annihilation of this body. So now the conclusion is that because we are marginal, in between the spiritual nature and the material nature, although we are spiritual, although we are our real nature is na jayate namriyate, we never take birth, never die. But on account of our contact with this material nature, we are getting this material body, and the body is changing. Tatha dehantara prati. Body is changing, and that we have taken as our nature. Birth and death. That is not our nature. We are spirit soul. But I have become conditioned by this material body. And in case of Krishna, he is not conditioned by this material body. Therefore it is said, Satanya, by his own original and spiritual body. This is the distinction. You must understand. One scholar has described, because he does not know Krishna and is still writing comments on Bhagavad Gita, when Krishna said, Manmana bhavamad bhakto madhyaji mang namaskuru, just think of myself, think of, just become my devotee, offer your obeisances unto me, worship me. This rascal says, it is not to Krishna, the person, but to the soul. Now he says, let's see how much ignorant he is. He does not know that Krishna has no such division as his self or soul and the body. And he is writing comment. And this is very scholarly, it is said. He is a rascal number one, and he is accepted as scholar. This is going on. This is going on all over the world. Thank you very much.
The following is a class on the Srimad Bhagavatam, 1st Canto, 15th Chapter, text number 38, given by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on December 16th, 1973, in Los Angeles.
Translation. Therefore, in the capital of Hastinapur, he enthroned his grandson, who was trained and equally qualified, as the emperor and master of all the land bordered by the seas.
So, it appears that 5,000 years ago, all the lands of this globe were known. It is a mistake that America was discovered. It was known. Otherwise, how it is said that the land encircled by water, unless it is known. Our so-called Hindus, they say that if somebody goes on the other side of the sea, he becomes fallen. Does it mean that the emperor did not go outside? The capital was Hastinapur, which is now near New Delhi. That they say the Pandav fort is there. Anyway, so the whole world was being governed by the emperor situated in Hastinapur. One state. There are many evidences. Therefore, the history of the whole world is called Mahabharata. Maha means greater. Mahabharata. The history. Mahabharata is history. They call it epic. No, it is history. So, formerly, the whole planet, Bharatvarsha, it was named Bharatvarsha, and it was being governed by one emperor. Therefore, it is said here, Sarat. Sarat means completely independent. Maharaj Yudhishthira was not dependent on any other king or any other state. He was fully independent. Whatever he liked, he could do. That is king, that is emperor. If the so-called king or the president is dependent on the votes of some rascal voters, then what kind of Sarat he is? At the present moment, the so-called president is dependent on the votes of some rascals, that's all. The rascals, they do not know whom to vote, and therefore another rascal is elected, and when he is not doing well, they cry. You have elected, why you are crying now? Because they are rascals, they do not know that this is going on. But actually the head of the state should be Sarat, fully independent, not on the votes of the Praja. He is only dependent on Krishna, just like Maharaj Yudhishthira. All the Pandavas, they were under the order of Krishna. So the king or the emperor is representative of King Krishna. Therefore he is so honored. Narodeva. The king's another name is Narodeva. God as human being. God as human being. The king is so respected because he is representative of Krishna. Any representative of Krishna, the king, not the present king or president, but this is the ideal. So, he should be so perfect representative that it is said by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Jasya prasadad bhagavat prasad. If the king is real representative of God, then simply by pleasing the king, you please the Almighty Father God. These are these. So why Krishna wanted this battle of Kurukshetra to install Maharaj Yudhishthira on the throne? Because he knew that he is my right representative, not Duryodhana. Therefore, there must be fight, and this Duryodhana and company should be finished, and Yudhishthira should be installed. So selection, this is parampara. So Yudhishthira's responsibility is the next king, because he is going to retire. The next emperor, he should be also equally qualified like me. And therefore it is said, Susamam gunai. Susamam. Exactly. My representative. He has got my grandson, Parikshit. He has got the equal qualification. Therefore he should be Bhishma. Not a vagabond. No, that cannot be. When Maharaj Parikshit was born, he was the only child in the whole Kuru family. All others were killed in the battle. No, he was also posthumous child. He was within the womb of his mother. His mother was simply pregnant. His father, 16 years old only, Abhimanyu, Arjun's son, he went to fight in the battle. He was so great warrior that 7 big men required to kill him. Bhishma, Drona, Karna, Duryodhana, like that, all combined together. So there is no mercy. This Abhimanyu was grandson, great-grandson of all the heroes who encircled him to kill. Very beloved grandson or great-grandson, Bhishma's great-grandson, Duryodhana's grandson, but it is fight, Kshatriya. When you have come to fight, we must kill the opposite party. It doesn't matter whether it is my beloved son or grandson or great-grandson. This is duty. So, this Abhimanyu, father of Maharaj Parikshit, only 16 years old, his mother Uttara, king of Maharaj Virat. So, when he was born, there is Vedic ceremony, Jatakarma ceremony. After a child is born, what a horrible age we are now. We are killing before the birth of the child. This is Kali. Such it is so welcome, auspicious. A child is born in the family. There is ceremony, Jatakarma ceremony. Before the child is born, there is ceremony, Garvadhan ceremony, Sadhabhakhan ceremony. Such a nice culture. Where it is gone now? Now, child is killed within the womb of the mother, by the mother. This is Kalpana. And it is scientific advantage. The scientists, the priests, they give order, the doctor gives that, yes, do it. Just try to understand what is Kali Yuga. Anyway, this is the Vedic system that when a child is born, immediately his horoscope is made. Astrological science is so perfect. The moment the child is born, immediately calculated what is the position of this moment. Then they derive calculation, this child will be like this will be this, will be this, will be this. I have also horoscope. The other day I was talking, and it was clearly written that horoscope that this child, after 70 years, he will be great religious propagator and establish so many temples. Yes, this is astrology. Those are my students who have seen my horoscope in India. It is clearly written there. So that is horoscope. So while the Brahmins were writing horoscope, so Maharaj Yudhishthir's anxiety was, they were describing this child will be such a great hero, he will do this, and it was mentioned that he will die also being cursed by Brahmin. That was. So Yudhishthir Maharaj did not take care of that, how he will die. He simply took care how he will live. He inquired from the learned Brahmins whether this child will be exactly prototype of our dynasty. Because this is a Kuru dynasty, is the parampara system of emperors, all perfect. So whether this child will be like that. That was his inquiry first. So all the Brahmins replied, yes, sir, this is just quite fit to your family. And therefore it is said here that Susamang Gunoi, by quality exactly like Maharaj Yudhishthira. So unless one is qualified, highly qualified, how he can be installed as the head of the executive of the state of the world? And this has been given charge with third-class voters who have no character. So how we can expect the elected person should be perfect? That is not possible. This is not the system. This is the system. The head of the state should be perfect, and the next head should be selected by this perfect head of the state, not by the rascal voters. This is perfection. If the head of the state is perfect, then naturally the citizens will be perfect. Because all the laws are there. If the head of the state says, no more meat eating, all slaughterhouses will be closed. If the head of the state says, no more intoxication, then all the cigarette factories and liquor factories will be closed. Is it not? Because, so therefore the head must be perfect. Then, jajjaracharati srestha tattad eva itare jana. The Bhagavad Gita it is said that what the chief man behaves, others will follow. Therefore it is called leader. Leader. So you have read in Bhagavatam about the reign of Maharaj Yudhishthira, how perfect it was, that at that time the cows were supplying so much milk, the bag was packed with milk, that while the cows were moving, milks were dropping, and the pasture ground became muddy with milk. So much milk was being supplied. And it is said, sarmakamu dughamahi, and exactly in right time, the right quantity of rainfall was there, not like nowadays. Sometimes there is no rain, and there is sometimes excessive rain, flood. What the scientists can do? They cannot check. These regulative principle depends on nature, and nature is being conducted by the Supreme Personality of God. Maya dhakshena prakriti swati sacharacharam hetunani kauntya jagadvi parivartate. This cosmic manifestation is going regularly. The sun is rising exactly at the time, it is setting exactly the seasonal, coming exactly under the order of the Supreme Personality of God. So, when the king is a debauch, or the president is a debauch, and the citizens are also debauched, there is restriction of supply by nature, under the order of the Supreme. Just like there is now petroleum problem. Now, by the order of the Supreme, the restriction is there, now they are howling, calling. So everything will rest. Tasmin tushte jagat tushta. If you keep Krishna satisfied, if you all become devotees, Krishna conscious, there is no question of scarcity. There is no question of scarcity. There is immense supply. Eko jo bahunam vidudhati kama. We have seen it. Now you have also seen. Sometimes in season there is so much mango supply that they rot on the ground. Nobody cares to take it. So supply is not in your hand. You cannot supply by factory. You can manufacture bolts and nuts, not rice or dal or ghee or mango or fruits. So supply is eko jo bahunam vidudhati kama. What is the difference between God and ourselves? We are also living entities, God is also living entity. Nitya Nityana. I have several times explained this. You say, Krishna, what is the difference of Krishna? And you have got two hands, I have got two hands. He has got two hands. He has two legs, you have got two legs. So the appearance, Krishna is equal or in quality. But the difference is that he maintains everyone and you are maintained. You are not maintainer. You cannot maintain even your family. What to speak of maintain everyone. But God maintains everyone. Eko je bahunam, bahunam means many, unlimited. Unlimited number of living entities are there. There are millions of elephants in Africa. He is maintaining. At a time, the elephant eats about 40 kilograms. Who is supplying food? He is eating. The small fish in the ocean, he is also eating. A small ant within the hole of your room, you are not supplying any food, but there, they have got their family, their friends and everything. Sometimes they come out in hundreds. Who is maintaining? Therefore, eko jo bahunam vigade. Krishna is maintaining, God is maintaining. So, the king is required because the human being has got developed consciousness. So, the chance is given. Just like this, your president's post is a very exalted post. But he is somewhere or other, people say that he has misused that, for you should go ahead. Similarly, amongst all living entities, human being is the eldest or the chief or the supermost. So they should use their intelligence properly. But because every human being has got little independence, because he is part and parcel of God, God has got full independence, so he has also little independence. Just like big fire and a small fire. A spark. The spark is also fire. When the spark falls on your body, it immediately burns your clothes because it is fire. Similarly, in quality, we are as good as God. We are spirit, soul, and Krishna is the supreme spirit, soul, Paramatma. So qualitatively there is no difference. But quantitatively there is difference. His intelligence, his power, and my power, my intelligence is not the same. You can manufacture a toy Sputnik to fly in the sky, to float in the sky by so many mechanical arrangements. As soon as the machine is gone out, immediately falls down. But just see what machine is there. Millions and trillions of airplane, big planet with big mountains, oceans that are floating. So that is his intelligence. Your intelligence may be that you can also float a big aeroplane, but what is that big aeroplane in comparison to these big planets? It is nothing. There is also petrol stop, and in the aeroplane there is also petrol stop. Perhaps it is floating by petrol, and you are taking out all the petrol, so one day it will fall down. Yes? You are disturbing God's arrangement. Such like in, we had the history of Lord Varaha lifting this planet, Earth planet, from the Garbhoda ocean. So any time it can fall down, but it is being floated by the supreme power. Otherwise, by calculation, how such a big planet can float just like a cotton swab? Yes, not only one, millions. So that is explained in the Bhagavad Gita. Gama Vishtam Ahamojesha Dharayam. He enters in each and every planet, in each and every universe, each and every atom, andantarastham paramanuchayantarastham, maintaining that. Maintaining that. So, the emperor should be representative of God. He should be qualified. Thank you very much.
জয় জয় জগৎগুরু শিল প্রভুপাদ কি, সমবেত গৌর ভক্তবৃন্দ কি, নিতাই গৌর সীতানাথ প্রেমানন্দে।